Venezuela. I think that was a mistake. We'll see how that plays out. Trump is lying about the cop being run over. It's clearly not true. But then there are people who are going to be like, no, Trump is right, doesn't matter. On the left, it's an inversion. It's more likely they're going to just say whatever they say in the majority to defend the liberal tribe. And I think this is related to cancel culture because the right is less likely to cancel you and the left is more likely to cancel you. So why is it so difficult for us to get liberals to come on this show or any other show? Because they're going to get canceled after the fact just for associating. And conservatives don't do that. So liberals are more likely to just say, I will say anything to fit in with the tribe so I don't get canceled. Whereas the right has that faction, but is less likely to do that because you're going to have middle of the road people who say Trump is lying. I don't care. You can believe whatever you want, but Trump is lying.
You think that the majority of like moderate voters agree with your analysis over mine?
Yes.
Well, no. I'm not. I would say right now, I honestly don't know. This just happened, and we don't have a public perception. What I would say is we tend to find when you look at wide-scale polling that independent voters, swing voters, they tend to align with, like my views tend to align with theirs quite a bit. So you'll notice that. Let me pull up civics as a good example. And you can see where the Trump bias is, and you can see where the liberal bias is. And it's funny how Democrats respond to things and independents. Oh, actually, is it going to let me do it? Okay, yeah, let's try national economy. So you can actually see the hilarity of this in the hyperpartisanship of everybody. You go to Democrat. How would you rate the condition of the national economy right now? Take a look at this. For some reason, on January 20th, January 2021, you immediately have this shift. Where are we at? Party Democrat. So in 2008, you have a fairly good 45%, 26% fairly bad, 13% very bad, 11% unsure, blah, blah, blah. Right around election, the opinion on the economy inverts. And now the economy is very, very bad. Okay, well, that doesn't make no sense. And this is January 20th. And to be fair, COVID, right? So let's jump to the front where we can see January of 2025. Because to be fair, January of 2020 was an election year. It was COVID. So that I should clarify, that's where things kind of make sense. It was a Trump term. Democrats actually thought things were kind of okay. Well, hold on there, gosh darn minute. Now we're in Biden's term. In Biden's term, 53% of Democrats say the economy is fairly good. The moment Trump is inaugurated, they now claim the economy is very bad. That's not a real opinion, is it?
I mean, it's a real opinion, but it's biased. Yeah,
it's not a real opinion.
It's not a real opinion.
It's not a real opinion. It's just me saying I hate Trump. Because you can't be like, a week ago the economy was perfect. A week later the economy is bad. That's a lie. But hold on, don't get me wrong. I got Republicans for this one too. We ain't playing no silly games. Republicans are the exact same. That's not exactly the same, but it's similar. Take a look at this. During Joe Biden, all the Republicans said the economy was very bad. And then you get election day and it starts to drop. Right at inauguration day, it drops. 46 very bad, 41 very bad. So we've got 87% of Republicans in the economy is somewhat bad. The moment Trump gets in, it flips. And now it's 60% fairly good. That is not a real opinion. And you can see the trends. When a Democrat's in office, it's bad. When a Republican's in office, it's good, because this is fake. We go to independent, and what do we find? It more likely aligns. Now, this is where you get real opinion. Around COVID, there's an inversion. Makes a lot of sense. You don't see the harsh turns that you'll end up seeing during elections among independent voters. And what I would say right now, as I've said for the past 7-8 months since Trump has been in, the economy is not good. And the reason Trump is taking actions on institutional investors is because he's trying to get home prices lower. Earlier in the year, he said that he wants home prices to be high because boomers like having their equity in homes. And I said the economy is bad, Gen Z's screwed, and independent voters tend to follow that. So I would argue that the point is, Republican Party historically smaller than Democrats. That's why I call it 60-40, 40-60. Democratic Party larger. What that means is, on left-aligned individuals, they tend to, in the majority, and for Republican-aligned individuals, they have their cult, but their coalition has independent voters. That's how Trump ended up winning in 2024, largely suburban housewives and working-class people in swing states. That's the independent voters that are pointing this out. So I can go to a conservative and I can go to a Trump supporter and say, yeah, Trump lied. Trump said outright the guy got run over. He clearly did not get run over. In fact, I doubt he was injured at all. Yeah. Maybe a minor ankle sprain if you want to be in the most extreme. No, doesn't change whether or not he felt he was about to be crushed, because we had that Amy, I forgot her name, the officer in Baltimore who was crushed in a second by a vehicle standing in the same place.
And I'm a major Trump supporter, and I agree with you, Tim. I would get canceled, and I don't care, right? And so there's a faction of people that are out there and just telling the truth about how they feel. If I were to care about what other people think, then it's not really my opinion anymore. And that's the problem that I'm seeing with the social media mob, is that they're more looking toward, oh, what are my followers going to think? Or how do I get more followers?
Audience capture.
And that's the issue.